Hi, this is Phil from SkiTalk.com. We recently lost a legend in the ski industry, and that is U.S. Ski and Snowboard Hall of Famer Bobbie Burns. Bobbie was the creator of the ski, which we have a full array behind us. And attached to this video is we have a discussion with Bobbie from the 2013 SIA show, introducing his most recent collection of skis, which was a collaboration with him and Scott Sports. But let's go through a little bit of a history before we get into that video. And starting from side over here, we have a pair of puppets, which was the original ballet ski that Bobbie designed with Alan Schoenberger. And this particular pair here is signed by both Bobbie and Alan Schoenberger. One of the most popular skis in the ski collection was the original yellow and blue combination. One of the things Bobbie was always adamant with his skis was that there was no name on the ski. That way, if he was on a lift someplace, if somebody asked him, "What ski are you on?" he could just simply say, "The ski." And that's where he came out with the yellow and blue one here in about 1974. As we move through the 1970s, we get into the Black Magic, one of the more popular versions of the ski. We've got a pair of TSMs over here also, which is referred to as the Mogul ski. Right next to it is the red pair, which is the TRS, which was the racing ski. And if you notice, one of the new versions of the red ski with matching look bindings on that, I did that as a homage back to this original one. As we move forward into the 1990s, Bobbie was very progressive with ski designs and shapes. And what we have here is the Badass side cut, one of the very early shaped skis. And we've got two versions of it. We've got what we refer to as the Skittle combination, which are the circles on here. If you notice, it's also on the back of my shirt here, when they did a shirt as a promotion. And then we also have the black and white combination here, which matches the front of my shirt here too. As we move closer to the turn of the century, we get into Bobbie's nanotechnology in their skis. And that we have two versions of the ski right here, a wider version, a little more of an off-piste ski. And then we get into the modern shape of a ski, which was the collaboration with Scott Sports. And the first year production of that ski was a 165, which was a bit of a teal color. And then, the 155, then the 165 in the yellow, 175 in the white. There was also 185, which was a metallic black. Bob Salerno, one of the athletes for Bobbie through the 1970s, wanted a 180, and that's when they produced this version here in the 180, which again was an homage to the original TRSs. This is the version that we're going to talk about in this next segment that we filmed over a decade ago, talking about the new skis with Bobbie at the show. I really hope you enjoy this. And remember, folks, skiing is fun. And Bobbie, tell me about how this story started. We get here with this ski coming out and working with Scott.
Well, I had a gentleman that was, I believe he's a product manager in Europe by the name of Hervé. And he got a hold of me, and he had this big dream of bringing the ski back and developing it through Scott Sports, Europe, and then in the United States. And so I started working with him. Obviously, I was excited after talking with him and getting his thoughts and theories about alpine snow ski. And we both have, the longer I've worked with him, the more I've found a person that's very much like a soulmate. We have the same thoughts about what we would like to see a ski do. And I had the great chance to ski with him about a week ago or 2 weeks ago for quite a considerable amount of time, testing the ski. And he's also a phenomenal skier, past coach on the French team. I mean, the guy's one of the best skiers you ever want to ski with. So he's got that skiing ability, but he's got the knowledge and he's young, and the technical ability to be able to work with me. I feel like I'm a kid with a new toy. Everything I talk to him about, he works on and gives me answers. And it's a great, it's a thrilling workmanship. I had this once when I was with a company called K2 with Chuck Ferries and Bill Kirshner. And this is the same thing. It's just something it's happened fast, but Hervé's worked his tail off doing it. And the product does things. I know a little bit about skis, and this skis. It really skis. It's good. Do you want to get better skiing?
I do.
You want to get your better skis.
Oh, absolutely. I'll take these home with me. If these are missing, you know if these are missing, you know where they're going to be. Now, you come from a ski background, a big-time bumper all through the 70s. You designed the quintessential mogul ski, which was the ski. We've got a little more all-mount, a little more versatility out of the ski. How's it handling the bumps now?
It's surprisingly well. Obviously it depends which side. Each side is a different shape and has a different side cut, and flat spot. But I'm finding a little bit that we've had, which is probably hasn't been a great amount of time, but you're going to see bumps. We're also, this is the ski we're selling now. We're also working ahead.
So we're going to see more in this collection.
You're going to see a ton. We've got a whole, Hervé's got this energy and excitement, and all these young guys at Scott make it so that, anything you say, let's try, they do it. And Beat's been great enough to let Hervé and myself and the rest of these people in Scott say, hey, if it works, it's right. Let's go for it. And that's what we're doing. Yes, you'll see a lot of things in that area. You got to realize, a young man in Ketchum, Idaho, in about 1988, wrote a senior thesis on a fat ski called the Fat Albert, and he flunked his senior thesis because they said that will never work in alpine skiing. And we made a shape ski the next year.
Badass side cut.
Same story. Everybody said it won't work. 1988. I mean, we're talking a long time ago.
Yeah.
And we've got new things. There's always a new way to make a mousetrap.
Yep.
And a mouse is something you just, we'll get it. We'll move quick.
It's ever evolving, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and I think that it's as good as we can get. But and the neat thing is, Scott, I love the idea they got a boot that really works, and now we got the ski, and that was, for me, it was poles first, but then it was boots, and then it was skis. So it's a great marriage.
So hopefully we're going to see the Scott poles come back with the stripes on them to match. Well, hopefully we're going to.
It won't be bright and ugly. We'll make it pretty. We'll be new.
If it matches this, that's awesome. And the goggles, love to see the squares come back in the goggles.
That. Adam might not even know.
So we've got the sweaters. So we need it in the clothing line. But I'd love to see a whole theme and a whole subdivision of Scott bringing this back, because this is important to the industry. When I take the skis out, if I take my puppets out, people say, oh my God, the ski. And once we get these back out on the slopes again, I think we're going to see a resurrection. I think it's really good, and it's great to see you again and seeing your product out here again.
I love to see your energy in it. It's cool.
So we're really excited about it.
All the guys at Scott have got that same energy, so it's great.
So this is Phil and Trish from SIA 2013. Thanks, and we'll see you out there on the slopes.